Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So last week's video, while I was doing my rapid fire book tag, I talked about maybe doing a video where I show you guys all the books I bought in charity shops. So I thought I'd do it this week. I don't actually know how many I've got down there, but there's quite a few. There's more than I thought. I just sometimes find myself going to charity shops and I'll see books like, oh, they're on my TBR. Oh, that looks interesting. I'll pick that up. Because they're usually like no more than £2. So I'm like, let's get that. And to be fair, I actually haven't read most of these books. When I say most, I mean I've read one of them. So the first one that is the one that I have read is City of Bones. I actually picked this one up recently. I didn't have this cover which matches my other covers for this series, and for ages I had been trying to pick this cover up because I had the movie cover version and I bought that one when I was obsessed with the movie. So I wanted this one just to fit the rest of my copies. When I went to the charity shop, it was like £3, so I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna get that. I haven't read this copy, but I've read the story. So it counts, it does count. So the rest of the books I haven't read. Oh well. One of the books I have picked up in a charity shop is The Help by Catherine Stockett. I have seen the film, but literally ages ago, so I don't want to see the film again until I read the book. I just saw it in the charity shop. This is kind of one of those really generic books you see in charity shops because everyone was reading it. I kind of need to read it because I have watched the film, so I do know what it's about. I really did like the film, but again, I haven't seen it in years. The next book I was actually quite surprised to see in a charity shop because I don't know why, I just kind of was. I saw probably like a year ago, maybe a bit less, I saw Benjamin over on Benjamin Tomes talk about this series, and I just saw it in the charity shop and I was like, oh my god, I need to pick it up. And that is Half Bad, the first kind of book in this series by Sally Green. I just saw it in the charity shop and was like, I've heard of this series, I want to read this series, so I'm gonna pick it up. Have I read it yet? No. I'm so bad at buying books in charity shops and then just not picking up the books. I'm just really bad in general at picking up books and not reading them. I think that's like every reader's problem. The next book, literally probably all of my friends have read it because again, the film came out and everyone was obsessed with the film, so like, I have to read the book, and I just never did. And that is My Sister's Keeper by Jodi Picoult. I haven't read it. Attack me right now. I have not read this book. I think because I watched the film and then obviously everybody was reading it, so I don't want to be one of those people that just read it because of the film. And I think also like I could have read it, but I watched the film so much in school, I kind of got a bit sick of the film. I know that's a bit far-fetched because the film was really good and like obviously the film was really sad and it's a very like debatable topic, but I literally saw that film so much I got sick of it. Hate me, but I did because I did RE GCSE and we did like ethics and stuff, and so we did like Save Your Siblings. We watched it like 5 times in that class. I just haven't read it and I should. I feel I have it, so I kind of will sometime in my life. I still feel like I need to distance myself from like watching it so much in school before I read the book. The next book, once again, is a very popular series that I didn't read when everyone was reading it because I don't know why. I think because everyone else was reading it, I was like, don't want to jump on that train. Even though I was like obsessed with it because I went to see the film, and then on my year 8 Germany trip, that was all everyone was talking about. This series is spoiled for me. Like I know a lot about this series and I saw the first and second film, but I haven't seen the last 2. And that is The Hunger Games. I have not read The Hunger Games. I went to the cinema to see the first film and was like, this is really good. And then I went to see Catching Fire and was like, yeah, it's good. I'm not like obsessed. And then I just couldn't be bothered to go and see Mockingjay and Mockingjay Part 2. I just haven't read the series, even though I was one of those weird people who was obsessed with it in year 8. I was obsessed with the film. I remember having like debates about who, like what team, like Team Gail, Team Peter. The next book I just picked up because I recognised the author's name, and that is That Summer by Sarah Dessen. I nearly said This Summer. I just know the name Sarah Dessen, so I was like, oh, I've never read one of her books before, so maybe I should pick one up. I haven't read it. I don't even know what it's about. I just was like, oh, Sarah Dessen, I know that name. I'll buy it. The next one, I think is a film, and I feel like it's a very popular film because a lot of people reference it, so I kind of just go along and pretend like, oh yeah, I definitely know what you mean. And I don't know if I'm getting confused with something else. Like maybe this has got nothing to do with what people are referencing. I think it's got Shia LaBeouf in it, who I love, by the way. He's just such an interesting human being. And that's Holes by Louis Sasha. I hear a lot about this, and I think this one's the one that's been made into a film with Shia LaBeouf. Suddenly people just like reference it and I just have to pretend I know what they're going on about. And then I get confused at how so many people know about it, but I've literally just never been shown or known about this kind of book or this film. So I saw it and was like, maybe I should get to know this so I don't feel left out. I kind of in a way know the concept. I don't at all, so I can't really say that the concept interests me. It might be something to do with prison. Just like That Summer, this next book is one where I was like, I recognise the author's name. Is this on my TBR? I don't know. So I picked it up, and that is The Understudy by David Nichols. Obviously he wrote One Day, which I haven't read, but I was like, oh, I know his name, pick it up. The concept does sound quite interesting though. I think it's about like a really famous and rich guy who's like a lead in a kind of play. He's got a really beautiful wife and stuff, and then like about his understudy, I think. I feel like that's what it's about. I actually don't know. I just said I knew what it was about when I actually don't. Again, I just picked it up because it was a David Nichols book. I did contemplate unhauling it, but I was like, I should at least give it a chance. This next book, once again, is a film, I think, and I do know a few people who have read it, but I think it is a film, and I think it's got Saoirse Ronan in it. I might have made that up. I might have got confused with something else, but that is The Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold. I just heard a lot of people read this and said it's really good. I do know what it's about. I think it's about a girl who dies and then she tries to like kind of work out who killed her, or tries to help people work out who killed her. There are a lot of stuff like that out there. I feel like I should read it, and again, there's a film, so it's an excuse for me to watch more films if I read the book, because I'm like, oh, I've read the book, I've got to watch the film now. So I think there's a running theme here with these books. It's either I've heard a lot about this book, I should read it, or this book's a film, I should probably read it. Continuing on with this theme for the next few books. This one, again, I have seen the film, and my friend has read the book and she loves this book. I should probably read it because she'd probably attack me if I didn't, and that's The Martian by Andy Weir. I've seen the film was really good. I haven't seen the film since, so that's kind of good because then at least I've distanced myself from it a bit, so I'm not like got all the film knowledge in my head, so when I read the book it's a bit more like fresh. But obviously I know what it's about, and I did love the film, and my friend loves the book, so I should read this. I'm in a bit of a pickle here. All of these books I'm like, I should actually probably try and read these, but then I've got other books on my shelf that I want to read that I bought because I wanted to read them soon. Once again, the next book is a film and I've seen it. I just haven't read the book. But I love the film a lot. This film made me sob. This film got my heart beating, and that is Room by Emma Donoghue. This film is so good. I love Jacob Tremblay. I should read this because I love the film, and that's the only reason. That is the only pure reason why I picked this book up, because I've seen the film and I love it. The next book is, once again, there's a film. I watched it and it's one of my favorite. It was one of my favorite films as a kid, and that's A Time Traveler's Wife by Audrey Niffenegger. Again, I know a lot about the story because I watched the film like on repeat as a kid. I loved that film. When I say a kid, I mean I was like 10 or 11 or something like that. But I love this film. Whenever it was on, I was like, damn, I need to watch this. This film is so cute. I love it. Sorry for the excessive lighting changes in this video. Before, outside was being like, no, I'm gonna be really dark, and now it's like, I'm gonna be really light. So I don't even know what this lighting is right now, but I've only got 2 more books to show you, so we just had to deal with it for that. The next book, what a surprise, guys, it's a film! That is one of my favourite films. If someone says to me, oh my god, what's the film that like makes you cry or makes you cry the most, I will say this one, and that is The Boy in the Striped Pajamas by John Boyne. Backstory, I wanted to and tried to read this when I was in year 6. I was about 10, 11, because obviously I was studying World War II. I tried to read it as a kid, but I had nightmares about the Holocaust. I was haunted by the Holocaust as a kid, so I think that's a reason why I didn't want to read it, or didn't want to read Anne Frank, because I was so haunted by it. I've seen the film a few times now. I don't watch it that often because it just makes me sob. It makes me absolutely sob. I do want to read it because I do just love the film, even though it makes me emotional, and I'm really worried that I'm gonna like obviously sob my eyes out. It's been like 7 years since I tried to read it, so I feel like if I try to read it now, I think everything will be a bit better. And the next book is going to show what's great about buying books in charity shops, because you can find so many hidden gems. I don't even know if I'm going to read this anytime soon. I saw it and was like, I have to get this. And it is a 1948 edition of Homer's Odyssey. He never really known the story in pure depth, but when I saw this, I was like, I have to pick this up. It was £1 for a 1948 edition. 51 years older than me. That is older than my parents. I can't not buy this. I don't know if I'm gonna read it anytime soon or not, but I was just like, it's just something that is so cool to have. So this is like one of the things that charity shops is good for, like the hidden gems. Those are all the books I have across probably in the past couple of years I've picked up in charity shops. I probably will like keep doing these sort of videos like when I buy more books in charity shops, because I haven't really read those books. I haven't really talked about them on my channel, so it was really cool to talk about them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. All my links are in the description below, and I'll see you guys in my next video.